Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I'm back at the Main Street Market. I know it says Plains Market, but we changed the name and we'll eventually change the sign. It's Fun Car Friday, so we have the 928 out, and it's very, very windy here. Again, this has been the windiest year ever where we're at in Colorado, so I'm doing a voiceover so you can actually hear me now. The store has been doing great, but it's also had its trials and tribulations along the way, so we're going to take a look at how it looks inside, stocking issues, some other issues we've had, and what our plans are for the future. So first things first is we're getting ready to paint the outside, and I'm not sure what color yet, so if anybody has ideas, I'd love to hear that. We also want to paint a sign on the big outside wall that I showed in the beginning. We still need to get a new sign for right there, so we're talking to a few people about that. And then there you go. There's the big lot, which we'll leave like that for now. Now, the first thing I did was picked up a bunch of groceries. So I know it seems kind of crazy that that's what I've been doing, but this is the Food King, which I actually own this building. So it's right next to my office. My office is in the same building. It's a discount grocery store, so they charge you their cost plus 10%. And it's really has amazing deals. We have a Sam's Club membership. I can buy stuff cheaper there than Sam's Club most of the time. So here's what the store looks like. And of course we love the likes, shares, comments, subscriptions. Keep those coming. My blog has a ton more information as well, investformore.com. But you can see we got rid of our clearance aisle. We have way more stuff than we had when we first bought the store. It was very, very sparse. The owner had kind of cleared out a lot of things just because I think she knew she's going to sell and didn't want to keep paying for inventory. So now we've pretty stocked up. We still have much more we can do. It's kind of an ongoing process. So part of it's slightly frustrating, just, realizing, hey, as soon as we get some more stuff, then some other stuff gets sold out, and our stocker, our vendor doesn't always have everything, so sometimes we can't get what we need, which can be frustrating too. But at the same time, we also know there's tons of room for improvement. So this is our Pepsi cooler. We're going to order another Pepsi cooler. We're still waiting for that. Stock it with more Gatorade and everything. Have lots of frozen foods, ice cream, pizzas, things that we've added, so that's been great. Our dairy has been very good. One frustrating thing is we have to buy milk at about $5 a gallon. Now, you go to the grocery store, you can usually buy it for $2.50 to $4 a gallon. Milk is crazy. I don't know, and Colorado has some crazy milk board rules, but if you're a giant grocery store, you can get massive discounts. If you're a small store, you are just stuck with incredibly high prices. And unfortunately, we have to pass it on to our consumer, and sometimes they get mad and wonder why our prices are so high. And it's, sorry, we're a small store. We just have to charge those prices, and we're still way below what margins we'd like to be. But I think we charge $6.49 for milk right now, and it's a pretty tight margin for us, but it gets people in the store, gets us them buying other things. And then for stocking issues, that's all the 12 packs we have. So I do have a manager for the store. Sometimes Pepsi doesn't always bring us everything we need. Sometimes they're kind of slow getting us stuff. You can see this is the back room where we have some items stocked. I always like to show up, at least once every 2 weeks, sometimes once a week, to check things out. And it's not the end of the world for me to have to drive in my cars, so that's always fun. And I can see kind of, hey, we're getting low on stuff back here too. And it's kind of a mess, so need to make sure all that's organized better. We have more inventory back here. And they're out of Mountain Dew bottles too. And people get very angry when you're out of Mountain Dew. So we have to make sure we have that. We do have plenty of Gatorade, plenty of snacks. Coke is a little bit sparse. It's funny. Coke charges us $17 to buy a 24-pack of Coke. It's like 70-some cents a can. I can buy a 12-pack from Coke for about $6, less than a 24-pack. It's crazy, less than a 24-pack cut in half. And so it's just weird stuff. And then Pepsi, we can buy them for like $6. So there's so many different prices for everything. It's really just interesting and weird trying to figure it all out and figure out all the vendors and see how they charge and how you get things. So here's our alcohol side. So it is, a liquor store and Mini-Mart. And here, I was getting a little frustrated just because so many things were kind of pushed back. I felt like there's a lot of stock issues. Here's the liquor side. We've got a lot more wine, a lot more selections here. And I spent so long at the store. I was probably there 3 hours today. I just kept finding more and more stuff to do. And it's fun, but there's also lots of other things I can do here too. But we have lots more liquor. That's been selling great. We showed our sales in a short last week. So check that out. I'll try to link to it. And they're doing fantastic. So it is making money. We're doing great there. We have spent quite a bit of money. There's some moonshine we got on new product. As you can see, we have Don Julio, which is very nice, one of my favorites, and have the cool signs that the vendors gave us. Sailor Jerry's is one of our top sellers for rum. We sell a lot of that. The whiskey's been, the vodka's been selling very well. We have lots of mixers and stuff down there. And then you see kind of the front of the store. Now we're going to take a look here at the back of the liquor store, which is a little bit stressful just because we have so much stuff back here. Like, how high can you stack your beer? And it was really, really organized the last time I was there. And when I got in here this time, it wasn't quite as organized. There's kind of stuff all over. So I was trying to figure some things out. And then I noticed we're out of quite a bit of things in the actual cooler. And that's champagne. I didn't know we were getting. And I found some of it back here. So I was like, oh, some of this stuff should be in the cooler. I'll show you the cooler here in a second. And out on the shelves, not back here. So, but I got less frustrated as I went along because I realized something. There's the Don Julio. While I was stocking, and yes, I was stocking stuff and making it look nice, because I don't know if my OCD is forcing me to do that, but it's like as soon as I someone buys a Mountain Dew or a beer or something, and then all of a sudden the product is way back in the back of the cooler, right? And so I'm like, oh, I gotta pull that up so people can see it. Well, you start doing that and you start stocking stuff, and then by the time you're done, here's the back of the cooler, by the way, that's showing some empty spots where we need some more inventory. Well, by the time you're done, people come in and buy stuff, and it looks like exactly the same again. So I'm like, oh, I was kind of frustrated, but I'm like, now I see why it's doing that. It's a good thing because people are buying lots of stuff. So I was talking to Nikki, my project manager, and we were talking about, what to do here, how to fix it. And I'm almost thinking right now, the store basically has one person working at a time, just a front cashier person. It's a small town, but it's really hard for them to stock stuff and do things, obviously, while they're checking out people. And sometimes they have breaks and people don't come in. And then we have, sometimes we have another person who helps stock who comes in while they're working. So it's not always one person, but for the most part, it is, except for, a few hours a week. But I'm kind of thinking I almost need two people now in the store during busy times on the weekend. Kind of after 3 o'clock is when it gets really busy. Just constantly stocking, making sure we have everything we need, making a list of all the stuff that, we're running out of so that we make sure we have it. Because I realized we're very, very low on Bud Light right now. We have a lot of Coors, as you can see. Coors we're good on, but the Bud Light is very sparse. There's some here, but most of that is Coors Light, Keystone, Busch, and then all the Bud Light we have is just kind of packed behind there in those two little stacks. So we have tons of Modelo as well. Well, Modelo is our number one seller. And then we've got a lot of the small cans, individual stuff that we sell here, some of the seltzers and ranch water and things like that. So I was busy making sure all that's, stocked and good since it's a Friday. But again, not my best use of time, but it also helps teach me a lot and helps me learn, okay, here's some bottlenecks, here's some things we can fix, here's some things we can improve upon, and really helps me learn a lot of things about the store and how to run it better. Just like it doesn't make sense for me to buy groceries, but I learn a lot every time I go there about pricing. We can try different things to see what people like, and I'm not going to be going to get groceries every week, but I can learn what to order and what not to order and things like that. And here you can see what the cooler looked like when I first bought it and how it was stocked, and a lot less stuff. Look how much more Coors we have. But we've added Weldworks, a couple small breweries, Bootstrap, Crabtree. So people have loved that. That's done really well. And things are slightly more organized now, at least they were. And then we have the back room when I first bought it, which was quite a mess. Lots of stuff everywhere. And now we're really using that better and able to store a lot more alcohol back there than what they had there before. And then you can see what the store looked like a little bit here soon too on the other side, the Mini-Mart. But overall, the store's been really fun. I really love digging into the numbers, looking at pricing, looking at Clover and seeing what costs are and different things, and then figuring out what our profit margins are and how we can increase sales. So it's been really cool and fun. And there's so much more we can still do as well. we know we can add donuts or something like that to get people in for breakfast, or have a warmer, hot dog spinner thing, a food warmer, have sandwiches, pizza, something like that in there to get more people in. There's so many different things we can do. We've really tried to talk to people and ask them what they want, and that's worked really well too. So far, I think the people are really liked us taking over the store and hopefully making it better. And it's been fun to do that as well. So we'll have a lot more updates on this coming up soon. We love the likes, love the shares, love all the comments. Keep those coming. And yep, we'll see how this store keeps going and if we can keep improving it over time.